Borderlands. We're gonna look at the first looks and all that good stuff. So it looks like they have some type of robotic machinery. She's putting this, he or she's putting this mask to. So it looks like we have a new type of enemy. We look like we have some type of centaur creature back here. I can't really tell what it is. Oh, maybe it's just a guy. No, it looks like he has a back legs. So this looks like Pandora. And it looks like we're fighting some type of new... This kind of looks more like Halo 4, Halo 5, that like weird enemy that like would combine itself and break apart. Well, I mean, so far, the whole thing about Borderlands is if they start to get away from the vaults, then I will be fine with that, because I feel like the contention of the vaults thing is just kind of like, eh, so this might go into a whole new, you know, thing within itself, like a whole new storyline. So this could possibly be a new enemy. This could possibly be a new enemy. I'm hoping we learn more about the vault. Okay, so this is our... So from looking at the... Because this is obviously a siren. So... It looks like, from guessing their superpowers, I can't possibly guess what the siren is, because that's so many possibilities, that's insane. This guy looks like he might be the gunner. This might be the siren magical powers. This guy might be like the melee jump pack type of guy. And I'm having a big feeling this is either going to be a lifesteal character, from what we can see from her abilities, so she could either be healing or lifesteal, or she could be some type of gadget expert. So, let's see. We can't see this person's hands, so this could be... Well, we got Billy fucking Zane. Oh. What? Is this an enemy? God damn. This is the siren, obviously. So we look like we have a grappling gun. So this is probably maybe owns to everybody, or this could be the big guy's special ability. Oh, actually, this might be the siren, actually. So that's a grenade it looks like she threw, or he threw. Actually, this might be the gadget character. So it looks like she throws something. Okay, looks like we're going back to the vaults. Okay.
Hello, PAX! Good to see everyone. Wow, what a crowd. All right.
That was sound like
And
was,
that's it.
that sounded like that was 5 people clapping. I'm not even gonna lie, that did sound like that was like 5 people clapping. He's like, whoa, 5 people showed up. Holy shit. Is this just the same trailer? That's the same trailer. The first look. Reveal first look, everything we need to know. Sure.
We just had our first look at Borderlands 4 at the Game Awards today, so let's go over everything you need to know. First off, if you want to watch the full trailer, I will link it in the description, but in this video, we're going to focus more on a breakdown. Starting off, we have the ending of the teaser trailer, where some mysterious figure is looking at a psycho mask. It zooms out, and we see the side of their head. Now, it's been widely speculated that this is a Guardian, but from the looks of it, I don't think it is. This looks like something entirely new. In the next scene, this robotic psycho is getting a mask slapped on their face, but right after, there's a lot of focus on this thing right here. And this could be one of the antagonists for Borderlands 4, and I'll get to that in just a second. As you can see, they have a diverse and strong following. They all look into the sky, and you can see Elpis, the moon, that Lilith teleported at the end of Borderlands 3, and here it is crashing into the force field and shattering it. So Lilith has done something pretty big here, and they don't look too happy about it. Now, you might be wondering, what is this planet that we crashed into? Well, according to the Borderlands 4 Game Awards article, this place is known as Kairos, and all that is said is that it's a powder keg ready to explode. So something really serious is going down here. Right across from the Cyborg's Psycho Army, there is another threat, and this is who the Cyborg Army is taking on. As for what these things are, we could always guess, but we really don't know yet. Right after getting an overhead of this massive organized army, we zoom up to the rocks and we see a shadowy figure. From the notes, we are told this is the Timekeeper, a ruthless dictator who dominates the masses from high. Timekeeper is a pretty serious name. Is he gonna actually control time? And it does beg the question, are we gonna experience time travel in this game? But all you need to know is this guy is the big bad, and it's who we're taking down. Now we see the robotic cultist bandits from before, running in to fight that army we just saw. Are we on any sides with them as the Vault Hunters? Only time will tell. Right after that, we get some cinematic shots of the maps, and look at this scene here. It's entirely possible the Scav faction is back from Borderlands pre-sequel, because as you know from Borderlands 3, the Children of the Vault are no more. Now I'm gonna say it, but the maps don't look that much different from what we see in Borderlands 3. The design is different, but I mean, it still looks similar to how it was in Borderlands 3. Alright, now for the big reveal, we get a glimpse at the 4 Vault Hunters, and they all seem to follow a cyberpunk futuristic look. Now unfortunately, we don't get a ton of information on the Vault Hunters, and that's probably intended because they want to show that off later on. We see the big guy slam into the ground.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I'm sorry I let that play for so long, but it's already woke. What is this? What is this?
Now, this isn't a video I necessarily was going out of my way to want to make or just stir up controversy in the community, but I feel like we cannot grow as a community if we do not have the hard, quote-unquote, conversations, because I believe that is the best way to grow as people and hear out everybody's thoughts and opinions. That being said, I will not make this video to hate towards any group of people. That is not the goal with it and not the intention. But getting right into it is Borderlands 4 woke. And I could sit here and talk about what woke is for the next hour and a half, but hey, we're not going to do that.
Nobody. I hate the word woke now because it's kind of like the word Nazi for the left, and woke is like for the right, where it became so overly used and so like blended in to whatever definition you want to use it for, that it just did not just lose its meaning, but it lost the ambience of it. So anytime I hear someone use the word woke, it just comes across as very silly sounding to me. because it doesn't come across as I'm going to have an intellectual conversation with this particular person. It turns into, this is going to become a screaming match, and then it's going to be one guy, me, making valid points, and the other guy just basically going, Wee! And, okay, I want to hear the situation.
Off what we've seen in the trailer and the representation we've seen from the 4 Vault Hunters and many other characters in the trailer, no. As a whole, I do not believe that Borderlands 4 is going to be woke DEI garbage, as a lot of people have been stating. The only reason I say that is I see many Reddit threads saying that it's the new Concord, that these Vault Hunters are Concord inspired, and there's not much to them. I think we're confusing other games with simply normal Borderlands character design. If you look at the Borderlands characters from separate games, none of them have really stood out other than maybe Borderlands 3. I mean, if we look back in Borderlands 1, you had a big buff dude in a t-shirt, a soldier dude in a shirt, sniper dude in a shirt with a mask. I mean, there wasn't much to it. But I think the reasoning behind these characters looking the way...
Even Borderlands 2 did not stick out visually. Like, if you're talking about just them by their default outfits, they do not stick out. They do not stick out, like, at all. Like, if you tell me something about Zero, I think the only thing that makes him not look like a generic, like, ninja is... I'm not gonna watch the whole video, but it just basically is like... If he didn't have the icon, the face, which changes, I think he would be so boring. He's an awesome character, don't get me wrong. But, like for Commando, for example, is, like, the definition of boring. He's very flat. It's very dull. I mean, at least look at Soldier 76. He could have been a very dull character with a very dull-looking thing. But you could tell they put a lot of love. And that's the one thing I like about original Overwatch is every character had a lot of love to them. You could tell there was a lot of, putting on... blah, 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 and all this stuff. So, the thing is that, like, I think that's going to be really it. This is probably, I may have done this video a little too early, but, the thing is like, people, what's the term I'm looking for? I don't think the game looks woke. I mean, this is the future, and I expect the futuristic characters to look futuristic. So, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, people didn't really have different type of hairstyle. I mean, not different. They didn't have different type of hair colors where it was pink and purple and green and all that. That was like something that happened maybe like 10, 15 years ago where people started... It became really popular to change your hair into different colors rather than the basic red or blonde or black or something, or gray. Now, people have pink and orange and all type of hair colors, that da-da-da-da. Fair enough, right? So, basically... what's the word? I got zoned out there. My mind went straight to the Cross comics for some reason. So basically, the thing is that the future is gonna look like what we have now, but maybe even more amplified. So I don't see why people, like for example, people coloring their hair or dyeing their hair is going to be any different than now into the future. People are going to start dyeing their hair. Hell, it might even become, people might start, mixing who they are. I mean, we already have people who mix feminine and masculine, that's not crazy. The thing is, it's just like, the thing about Borderlands is, people, like when I played Borderlands 3, for example, we picked out our characters. Me and some of my ex-buddies, we picked out our characters. My buddy wanted to go Zane, I went Flak, and we just played it like that. The game is more interesting if you play it with 4 people. That's just how Borderlands is. It sucks, don't get me wrong, because if you're a single player, you're not going to hear all the unique dialogue, and sometimes the game is kind of a pain in the ass. Like Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, where if you're a certain character, they would play whoever clicks on the side character's thing. So if you're talking to Reese, or Reeve, whatever his name is, and you're playing as Zane, and you have other characters, Zane's going to do the voice line. So with that, it's just kind of like, and from the trailer, do I think Borderlands is woke? No. I don't see any part of this being woke. I don't even know where they got that one from. Let's see what this person had to say.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like, chill guys, just use Pi. It's a free Chrome extension.
Here is 5 things I don't want to see in Borderlands 4. But before we get into this video, be sure to sub to the channel if you want to stay up to date.
Okay.
Oh boy. Are those DLC Vault Hunters? I think everybody knew it was clear from the get-go this was one major cop-out, and I really think that one of Borderlands 3's biggest missteps was not doing a full-on DLC Vault Hunter. While I fully understand that they maybe didn't want to do a full-on new Vault Hunter because of the amount of money, resources, and time it would take to pull it off, the idea of a 4th skill tree just does not hit the same as a brand new playthrough on a brand new character with a brand new backstory, the lore completed, the look completed, everything in between, including a brand new voice actor. It just doesn't hit the same. Something like a 4th skill tree in Borderlands.
Okay, just kind of got a point there.
Something like this. What I don't want to see in Borderlands 4 is level cap increases. I cannot stand level cap increases. Strap in, kids, because we're about to go on a mother fluffin' ride. So, for the record, I have an entire video on this if you want to check it out on the channel, and it all stemmed from Tiny Tina's Wonderlands and its many mishaps. Go figure. Basically, in a nutshell, level cap increases are seen as extra content and extra interaction, a way to get players back into the game, and it's also a form of FOMO as well. Now, I'm not saying that any of this is bad, however, level cap increases in particular do lead to bad things. For example, the game is balanced for its base level and its base level cap. This includes the balancing on weapons. Now, Gearbox does not have, in the active Borderlands games that we know about at least, a set scaling depending on endgame levels and base levels. And you might be asking, why is that such a big deal, Epic? Well, because it means that as it stands currently at base game, if I were to take a level 1 legendary and a level 50 legendary and compare how they perform comparatively, the gap is going to be a lot smaller between those end goals. However, if we now take that balancing and compare from 1 to 70, now, of course, the set balancing we had on that level 50 weapon needs to be upped in order to match that of level 70 enemies. It is a very complicated thing, so if you're not following what I'm saying here, don't worry. But in a nutshell, upping level caps leads to spiraling, downward by the way, balancing issues, and it always... What I don't want to see in Borderlands 4 is the return of a specific piece of endgame content. Can you guess what it is? Put it in the comment section down below, and if you get it right, I'll give you a heart on your comment. Unless this video gets like 1,000 comments, then brother, you better just pray up. The thing that I don't want to see return in Borderlands 4 is the slaughters. Now, for those of you who aren't aware what slaughters are, they're basically a wave-based endgame mobbing horde mode thing, right? That's just like the easiest way to describe it. You go into a preset arena, it doesn't change, and you hit a button. You have to fight 5 waves of enemies.
Oh, he's talking about in Borderlands 3, where I remember Slaughter now that he brings it up. It wasn't that bad, because I remember it being really easy, because I was like literally killing everything in like 1 hit. Okay, I gotta make this quick.
Do I mean by this? Epic, what are you yapping about? You've got some kind of PhD in yapaholics. Look, I think that Borderlands 3 is a very good game. It definitely had a rocky start, and there were definitely sections of Borderlands 3 that just weren't hitting at launch, but people warmed up to. I'm talking about just elements of the game that don't need to be in there, whether that's story beats, certain boss mechanics, certain enemy mechanics, and more. A few examples is the biggest one, which I'll name first, Eden 6. That entire section did not need to appear in Borderlands 3. And I guess, look, if you want to keep Eden to do, granted, which again, I'm team F the Slaughter, enchantments, aka anointments, so that they were better. And while I did
okay, I'll leave it there for the... I'll leave it there for today. We'll come back and we'll try to get more information on Borderlands. We'll try to get more information on first peek of gameplay. What is this?
What happened to your cousin that used to work with you? Because she had the tea for me every time I came up in here.
Girl, let me tell you what she did. I had a customer come in to get her nails done for this catering event, so I gave her my card to go get supplies. Next thing I know, she came back with glitter press-ons instead of acrylic, filled her gas tank up, and got sushi catered for her car club. In this economy?
See, that's why I don't even play with my money like that. I know exactly when, where, and most importantly, how my coin is being spent.
See, I need to get on that because she had me way over budget that week. And my client left with them shiny press-ons that didn't even fit her nail beds.
Look at you, putting in work. You a hustler. Look at your calendar.
Why does she look so big? I mean, I know she's closer to the camera, but she looks huge. Mama looks
hello,
huge.
what is going on, guys? Phoenix601 here with more Borderlands 4, right? So I am playing through the latest, like, 2-minute trailer that just came out, right? I took the sound off here.
Okay, there was nothing there. So, I will catch you guys later, and I will see you next time. What? Oh, yeah, I think I remember that story. No, they like caught the guy. Yeah, I remember that. So moving on. But I will catch y'all later and have a good one. And oh, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But see ya.